All right. Well, guys, want to thank you for joining. Actually, forgot to start recording, so no big deal. But basically, today we're going to start with Bitcoin. We're just kind of hanging out above 69,000, roughly $800 range right now. We are above the one line, which, if a lot of you don't know, I know there's going to be a lot of new people coming in, a lot of new faces that we're going to see over the next 12 months to 18 months. And so if you're not familiar, the one line for Fibonacci sequence is equivalent to the previous all-time high of a market cycle, right? Really, truly, there's a lot of information on this chart because I'm very detailed with my charts. And I definitely do a lot of things that most people do not, which is pretty awesome because it allows us to have better and more accurate predictions and things of that nature, especially with the charts. We use all the tools and, we get good results. So basically what we're looking at here, we are in the midst of tomorrow. We will have our total solar eclipse of 2024. Been talking about it for about a year and a half now, and we're finally here, which is absolutely amazing. So for me personally, I definitely pay attention to all total eclipses, meaning total solars and total lunars, because they all play a specific role. And if you guys don't know, right now we're in a current 2-year solar cycle, which is amazing, right? Lunar cycles typically are bear markets. So with that being said, like I said, right now we're just kind of chilling right above the one line, building some healthy support. We are on the weekly chart right now, which is perfectly fine. This is going to give us a longer term outlook, right? So just to kind of give you a little bit of history for the new people coming in, we'll go back, take a trip back to the last market cycle, right? So as you can see, before Bitcoin had hit its top back here in 2021, right? This is the first top, this is the second top, right? But before that, we did not have a total solar eclipse here, so we had more sideways action all the way until about September, October, November of 2020. And that's when Bitcoin really took off, right? That's why a lot of people weren't really expecting this move so early. But since we had a total solar eclipse coming tomorrow, you always play your total solars 45 days before, 45 days after. That's how I personally play them. And we're not going to really get too detailed into that right now because it's a lot of information. And we're just here to do a weekly screen share. This is going to be pretty basic information. I really don't want to get too deep into things. But you can see that Bitcoin last market cycle did not even test previous all-time highs till August of 2020, right? So the difference is right now, not only have we tested, but we've already made a new previous all-time high. Now, was it by much? No, it wasn't by much, but a few $1,000s. The new all-time high is a new all-time high, right? No matter what, which is bullish in this case. As you can see, that long 2018 bear market, which this is about right when I came into crypto last market cycle. Back here in 2018, came down, we made our bottom, and boom, we rode up, right? And then we went sideways for quite some time. So anyways, just to kind of give you guys a little perspective, 2017, right, was our last total solar eclipse, which was pretty awesome. And as you can see, July 17, I want to say, if memory serves me correctly, the total solar eclipse was in August. So as you see in July, this thing started running, right? And then August, which I want to say was right around here, Bitcoin kind of stalled out a little bit, took a little healthy correction, which is fine, right? So 45 days after, we're talking like September. So we've seen more upside after the actual event took place. And that's why I always say 45 days before, 45 days after. So, and just to kind of put it in perspective, we're talking, I don't know, we're talking about 200% gains in a 90-day window for Bitcoin. And that's pretty extraordinary, just because the heavy market cap of Bitcoin, right? Now, could we see that again? Sure. Do we have to? No, we don't. In fact, we could totally just run up here, tag this 1272, and come down, right? And that could be potentially top number one. There's many scenarios, many scenarios that we have here, okay? Also, if you guys have any questions, just please feel free to speak up. Good to see you, Space, Lindell, Flintstone. If you guys want to talk, anybody can talk, and just so you know. I'm just kind of going over stuff. And so, yeah, we're just going to kind of keep this pretty relaxed. I'm not even going to go super deep into everything. But, yeah. So last total solar eclipse, 207% gains. And, yeah, so it's pretty extraordinary. Could we see it again? I don't know, but I'm not really too much worried about what Bitcoin's going to do as more as I am the altcoins that we're in, right? And I think everybody that's in here, we're in a lot of the same things, so which is pretty cool. So we'll go over some of those things as well. Remember, we also have the halving coming in just a couple short weeks here, which is also going to really drive demand as well, because the block size is going to get cut in half. So it's going to be half of the Bitcoin actually coming to the market here in just a couple of weeks, which is going to drive more demand, which equals price. So that's pretty exciting. Obviously, Ethereum still lagging behind. Many haven't even touched previous all-time high yet. We've come a little close, but we're not there yet, which is perfectly fine at this point in the cycle. Ethereum, probably, I don't know. We could potentially see maybe like May, June, maybe touch previous all-time high, maybe try to break it, and then just kind of build some support. Let the fall come around. Bitcoin steals the show for one more top, and then our altcoins are going to rip just like they're about to over the next, say, April, May, June. I would say over like the next 60 to 70 days, we're going to see a very nice pop in our altcoin market, and I know that's going to make a lot of us happy, which I'm thoroughly excited about, as always. So as you can see, the good news is we actually were able to break above this trend line for Ethereum. Finally, back in February, we were able to finally break through. We got a retest on that trend line, came back down. Now it's testing that trend line again, right on top of the 786 as well, which is great. And now we're just kind of, building some healthy support in this range, which is perfect because, look, if you look left, we do have resistance here, right? But currently, we're sitting right on top of it. Our next battle of resistance is going to be at 886, which is $3,993. And then off to, test our previous all-time high, 4,800, and, break on through that, which is little to no resistance there, which is always great. So for that, I'm pretty excited, and I hope you guys are too. if any one of you guys can talk, just so I can kind of see if you guys are hearing everything correctly, and if I can hear you guys, that would be awesome. I know a lot of people at Sunday and things like that, probably doing stuff with the family, whatever. But if you could say anything, it'd be awesome. Just to know that I can hear if you guys are speaking. You hear me? All right, Flintstone. I got you. You're at work, probably, right? Yeah. I figured you couldn't talk right now. No worries, broski. I understand. I hope your night at work is going amazing. Also, remember, guys, VAI. We went over this, made a video on this months ago, making a huge inverse head and shoulder. The wife is sleeping. Gotcha. I gotcha. No worries. I got you. So we got a big long-term pattern here of an inverse head and shoulders, which is the opposite of a head and shoulders, which is a bearish pattern. But an inverse head and shoulders is actually a very extremely bullish pattern. We got here, we're just broke back above the 618 for VAI, which is awesome. Measured move, just based on this chart pattern here alone, would put us at $5 and roughly about $6-7, whatever. Somewhere right around there, right? And we're at 32 cents right now. So how do you do that, you ask? No problem. You just take this, right? Measure here. This is the neckline. And then you take it and you put it on the cup right here, and bam. That's how you get your measured move. I know a lot of people don't know these things. That's why I'm kind of going over a little bit. I'm not going to get too detailed because we are going to do some classes in the future, but we're going to require a minimum of 10 people, and the entry is going to be $20 because normally for my one-on-ones, I do charge $150. So I do know that's going to help a lot of people out, and it'll definitely be awesome because we had a lot of amazing things happen in our last classes. If there's anything you guys want to hear or talk about, just let me know in the chat, and we will do that.
Yo, can you hear me? Yo, Dustin. Dustin, can you hear me?
All right. So we're going to go over Zero Swap. Zero Swap still in a great accumulation range. One of our laggers that we have still in this long, drawn-out accumulation range, but this is good. I love to see this stuff because when these things actually do take off, they don't play around. They don't play around at all. This thing could easily just come up out of this accumulation range and go, right? Because remember, we are in that time of the market cycle where these things, we end up setting new price floors. A lot of people get shaken out. A lot of people lose patience. A lot of people lose, they end up going in mental warfare and losing their ass. So, yeah, that's how that works. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. We're back. So, obviously, Z is going to be one that's going to be good for us. I'm going to see if there's any comments or anything. Okay, cool. So Z is a lagger, right? We know that, and that's perfectly fine. Still in a strong accumulation range. Currently sitting right on top of support. We have some resistance here, but that's okay. When the time's right, these things will go. As you can see, we're coming back down. Check this 50 RSI. Let's see if we bounce and ride up, or we're just going to keep going sideways for a few more months. But eventually, this thing is going to have to go, just like DFYN. DFYN's in a similar accumulation range as well. We got some resistance above, but once we do break through that, it's going to be pretty awesome. Let's see. Obviously, the infamous pirate chain, just in a crazy good rounded bottom here. Great price for the scarcity that we have. A lot of people are not considering that, you know, in this bear market, we had 3 halvings on this thing. So that means that the rewards for the blocks being mined get cut in half. So it's been halved 3 times this bear market alone, which is pretty awesome. So for me personally, I do like Pirate Chain because I believe in financial privacy, and I believe that a lot of people are not looking for financial privacy where they really should be. A lot of people are taking it very lightly, but there'll be a time when people actually take it seriously as they need to. So yeah. Blocktopia, another lagger, nice rounded bottom forming here. But when this thing finally does pop and get through this resistance, it's going to be pretty epic. You know, just to get back to where some of these altcoins have already been, you know, we're talking the 50 fib, which is like 1.5 pennies. Right now, you're talking 0.2 of a penny right now. Just to get a normal retrace, we're talking 6.3 pennies. That's pretty epic. So let's just see, just from a normal bear market retrace here, how much percent you'd be looking at. You'd be looking at about 3,000% gains right there. Just to check normal market cycle retracements. So that's pretty awesome, to say the least. Moonwell broke out of the pattern, took off, hit the short term 1618 that we had here. Remember, we can't really do an accurate price prediction on this, just for the simple fact that we do not have enough market data. If we've seen a full cycle, we would be able to do so, but we're not going to be able to. But this one, I believe, is going to be truly special, and it's going to see a lot of gains. Also, its big brother, MFAM, which is Moonwell Apollo, over on the Moon River chain. The only difference is this Apollo is on the Moon River chain. Artemis is over on the Moonbeam side. Let's see if we have any questions. Okay. All right. Well, I just kind of wanted to keep you guys updated. That's all I really got. I just wanted to get on here. We're going to be doing this a little more frequently. So yeah, I'll probably upload this to YouTube as well. Hex would be another good buy right now. Just seeing a lower low, so that's pretty nice to see. But you guys get the drift. Everybody that's in here right now been rocking with me for quite some time. So yeah. But I hope you guys have an awesome day, awesome Sunday, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.